Hello there, welcome to another episode of Farming Sim 2019 with me, Stockoglaws. I hope you're well. So here we are today. We are back at the farm and we've got loads to do. So let's just check the status of our fields. Okay, so we've got some a weed problem here. Also, we need some lime. So what I tend to do is turn these off and just do them one at a time. Okay, so we've got some weeds to sort out there. It looks like this is okay fertilized. We need to fertilize this again. So that's a job that needs doing. Okay, no need to plow, and that needs lime in as well. So the growth wise, so we're probably on the second stage growth there. So we do need to fertilize this field here. So I might set Ewan up to fertilize this field while we seed field number 10. Because that one needs to be seeded and also limed. But we got a weed problem as well. So yeah, there's there's a lot to do and not a lot of time to do it in. So we haven't got a weeder, so we're gonna have to buy ourselves a weeder. So let's have a look here. So we got the pneumatic Carstar 900. What's that? 9 meters. It looks like you can seed it as well for grass, which is pretty handy. But 18,000, that's quite. So you got the Aerostar Exact 600, which is a 6 meter. So it's a bit smaller on the width. But 7,500. We got any more? Okay, we've got this one here, 7,340, and again this has got the cedar bit as well. For 6 meters, I think I'm going to go with this Sapphire or Sapphire. Not quite sure how to pronounce that one, but yeah, we're going to go with that one, I think. Yeah, main color yellow. Looks pretty cool. Looks a lot of kit for the money. For 7,340 quid. Yeah, okay, so we're by. Brilliant. Right, what we do is we'll get Ewan to pop up to the shop. There we go. We'll just ask him to pop to the shop and pick up the weeder. Gosh, that church bells haven't stopped, and it's I think it's been going for 13 minutes. I think it started at 1 o'clock. Wow. Okay. Let me just open up this bad boy. So we want to go farm to dealer. Stop when you get there, and then off you pop. Cool. He's going to go down there. Let's get into this one. So, things we want to do today is we've got to fertilize quickly. So I want to do that. In order to fertilize, I need to put on some care wheels. So we can always grab this, fill it up with fertilizer. Actually, we'll use that's full of lime. Let's just swap the wheels over on this thing. There we go. Customize wheels. Oh, hang on. There we go. Narrow tires. Cool. And that'll do. Skinny tires for the win. And I think to fertilize that field, have we got? I think that one there's full of. Yeah, that's full of lime. So we'll leave that as a lime spreader. And then we got this one here for our fertilizer, and then the spray we use for a herbicide. There we go. So let's cue that up and attach the PTO. Ooh, is that all the fertilizer we got? I think it is. Ah, that's not good. So I don't think that's going to be enough fertilizer to... No. Right, I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to go fill this up with fertilizer, and yeah, we'll get that field fertilized, and then also we use the herbicide. We'll fill up the sprayer and de-weed the. I suppose we didn't need the weeder, but it just means two of us can sort of sort the weeding out. One could do the spraying, and the other one could use the weeder. So, yeah, I'll be back in a second once I get organised. See you in a sec. Okay, so yeah, we picked up the weeder from the dealer. So yeah, we're going to go set up Ewan to start weeding the field number 8, I think. Yep. So we get him on field number 8, which is just up here. So the nice thing about this is that it can actually seed grass as well. So when it comes to the time, you know, I don't know whether we're going to need a field full of grass, but oh, I do want to change these wheels. I'm glad I remembered, because we don't want to destroy our crop. So let's do that quickly. I think we've already changed the wheels on this, so it shouldn't cost us anything. So I'm a bit worried about money. I do tend to spend it like it's going out of fashion. There we go. So customize. So narrow tires. Yeah, it doesn't cost us anything because we've done it before. There we go. But we do need to hook everything back up. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. The other guy is slipping. I don't know what he's doing. What a silly... he's crashed. What's he doing? Wait till he comes back. I'm going to put him on report. Our Ewan. Right, so let's... Gosh, it feels like I... There's just so many things up in the air at the moment. The chickens haven't produced any eggs, as far as I can tell. But we'll go check on them towards the end of the episode. Just want to get this weeded. Okay. So, bring this up. And we're going to do a bit of field work. Course generation. So we're on field 8. Field 8. Yes, we're going to do 5 passes a headland clockwise. Working width is 6. Starting direction will be automatic, I guess. Clockwise. Yeah, that looks okay to me. So you can see the course it's going to do. It's going to keep going round and round and round and round, and then up and down. Looks good. Stop at last on next trigger. Return to the first point is activated, which is great. This is what I want. Okay. So save this as weed F8. Oh. Weed F8. Cool. Now hopefully no, he's starting there. I don't want him to start there. Let's let's fold that back up, which is how do I fold that back up? I'm trying X. I don't know. Anyway, I want him to start here. So, is he going to start here? Lower. Okay. So that now, hopefully, should follow that course. I think what it's doing is finding nearest waypoint, and it was seeing where it stops as the nearest waypoint. So yeah, once we realigned him, he looks to be working okay, and that's following, literally following the edge of the. Yeah, I'm really happy about that. Okay, so let me just check, and you can see the weeds are disappearing. Cool. Okay, so he's going to weed that one for us. Oh gosh, look at the state of this guy. Right, let's send him home. Let's send Ewan home, because clearly he must have been drinking. Right, and then we got the fertilizer, so we can actually fertilize the field that needs fertilizer. I think it's the same field that we're de-weeding at the moment. Let's just cover that. Yeah, so this is full. We've got 3,200 litres. What I've done is I actually purchased a pallet of fertilizer bags. Here is 2,500 for 2,400 litres. You know, so you're paying £1 a litre, just under, just over £1 a litre. Where here, you're paying nearly £2 a litre. So it works out cheaper to buy a pallet of fertilizer than it does a big bag. So 2 palletfuls of fertilizer, and yeah, it works out best. I just want to double check it is field 8 that we've got to. So where are we? Fruit types, no. Growth. Yes, it is field 8. We've got to fertilize. So let's do that. We've got our care wheels on, which is handy for when we're doing field work like this. And okay, have I connected the? Okay, I've got to obviously connect something I haven't connected because it's not working. Okay. Why aren't you working? Turn on. Gosh. Is it hoses? There we go. There we go. I've seen it connect. No, still not working. Now is that working? Yes. Okay. I'm still getting used to this this mod. Clearly, I've got a bit more work to do. But yeah, this thing literally chucks out this fertilizer quite a lot, which has a pretty good width. So yeah, it's weird having 2 tractors work the same field. Yeah, he's going to be in my way, I think. He's not going to appreciate me spraying fertilizer pellets at him. I'm pretty sure of that. There we go this way. Yeah, shut your windows. I imagine he's not very happy. Oh. I certainly wouldn't be if I was working away and one of my colleagues decided to come past me with one of these. It's bad enough at the moment. I don't know whether in your area, but we got the salting lorries out, and I dread when they go past, because you can just hear it hit the side of your car, and I'm a, you know, I'm quite a proud car owner, you know, so I don't want any little dinks and knocks in my paintwork of the car, and oh, I hate it. I hate it when they go past. You can hear the salt just hit the side of your car. It's yeah, it's awful. Now I'm sure I've missed some. Yeah, just up in that corner there, I think. Yeah, so I'm sure Zachary over there, you know, we sent Ewan home. Ewan's drunk or something. I'm not quite sure what's going on with Ewan, but you know, he crashed twice just driving from the dealer back to the farm. So so we sent him home. He'll be back in the next episode, I'm sure. But me and Zachary can crack on and get this field where it needs to be. Okay, this might be the last pass. Didn't take very long. Yep, there's bits I've missed. There's a bit over here. And where else? A bit over here. We need maximum yield, so it takes a few seconds more just to make sure that we've covered everywhere. Then I'm going to do it, because we need the money. There we go. There's just a bit down here, I think. So this bit here, yep. Okay, that's good enough. That's good enough for me. Let's turn that off. And let's head back. This is fertilized. As you can see, how dark this is and how dark this is. Yeah, these are maximum. They're fertilized maximum, as you can see there. We're not going to fertilize the field number 10 just yet, because it's just been ploughed. And that needs to be seeded, which is what we're going to be doing next. Yeah, so these two fields now, once Zachary has finished weeding that other field, field number 8, we will field number we'll weed field number 9 while we are seeding number 10. So I think we're going to do barley on number 10 because of the chickens, and I do really want to get pigs. I mentioned somebody mentioned in the comments below about the orchard that pigs would be a good manure maker, because they are full of the lovely brown goodness that we need. So yeah, I think I may go down the pig route. Let me lower that. Just remember to disconnect everything. There we go. I'm getting there slowly. Okay, because we're seeding, I could put back the normal tyres. I don't need these care tyres anymore. So I imagine in real life that they don't give you as much grip as you know, as the standard tyres do. So it costs nothing. Let's just change them over. Brilliant. Let's go pick up the seeder. So yeah, imagine you know, the farmers are changing the tyres quite often, depending on what they're doing field-wise. Because something I don't know in real life, I'm not a real-life farmer, as I'm sure most of you know. Do they put fields at different in different stages, or do they try and keep all the fields the same stage? Let's connect them. That's good. So that they don't have to do things like, you know, keep changing tyres and. But I thought it'd be nice to have a sort of rotation. So you know, when you're working on one field, you're. Oh, that was tight. I don't know. Or do they keep the fields the same? Be interesting to know that. Okay, so we're gonna head up into this corner. What we're gonna choose? We're gonna go for a bit of barley. Bit of barley. Okay, so we lower, we turn on, and we are seeding. Oh yeah, Spitfires are out. You know, they're flying across Gloucester all the time. Let's do the heads. The headland. So this is actually quite a nice sized field. In fact, I think if I just pop outside the tractor, yeah, you can see there the textures just look amazing. You know, it really does. What do the textures look of? I don't know what all these lines are about, but yeah, it does look pretty realistic, doesn't it? It does look really good. But you can see there in the field info, land area is about 5.22 acres, so it's not to be sniffed at. We still see Zachary. Is he still? Yeah, he's still moving around, which is good. Because once he's done number 8, we'll get him over to number 9. Yeah, I imagine birds are a right pain when it comes to seeding. You know, hence the reason why scarecrows were a thing. But you don't see scarecrows very often anymore. I don't know whether, you know, in the States they tend to use scarecrows, but I imagine technology has moved on quite a bit from you know, scarecrow technology. But I imagine they use I don't know, like sound deterrents. You know, like you can get these things for the dogs, can't you, to or cats, you know, to stop them from going in the garden. Funny story. My dad, he had a problem with cats coming into his lovely garden and let's just say making a mess. And he didn't know what to do because you know, the dogs would go out and then, you know, they tend to rub themselves on the cat's mess. So he spent a small fortune on all these little gadgets and all these contraptions in order to stop the cats from making a mess in his garden. Probably the funniest contraption he bought was literally he paid I don't know how much, but it was a lot of money for lion's dung. So lion's poo, and apparently this will stop the cat from going anywhere near the garden. So yeah, so we bought some of this this lion or panther or I don't know, some exotic animals manure to stick on the to stick in the garden to you know, to spread the scent that you know, cats are not allowed to go anywhere near this garden. It's so funny. I think you know, one of the cats actually made a mess right next to the manure of the lion. So it didn't work basically, and yeah, he spent a small fortune in shipping this stuff over from no idea, you know. But yeah, he tried these electrical devices where they give off like a high pitched sound to scare away the cats and the dogs, but nothing worked apart from one thing. He found these I suppose what you can call them is rollers that basically fit on along the fence. So along the fence you got these rollers, and he fitted a load of rollers along the fence, which meant that the cats couldn't jump over onto the fence and into the garden because they'd just roll. You know, these rollers, it had nothing to hold on to. So he got some of them, and that actually done all right. But yeah, it was so funny. It was like man against animal, and the animal was winning every time, regardless how much money was thrown at it. And it did make me chuckle because he used to get so wound up about this cat. That was funny. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see if you've got any stories like that. And yeah, the question I was getting to was, how do farmers keep birds away? You know, when you're seeding like this, I imagine the birds are trying to pick at the seeds. I think you see some there. Yeah, what do you use? I suppose is what I'm asking. So we got a bit of barley here, so we can, feed our chickens and pigs eventually. So hopefully our first harvest, we're able to afford to get some pigs. I think a pigsty is going to cost us around about 60,000. So we're a bit off. I haven't taken a loan or anything as of yet. I can't promise that I'm not going to take a loan. You know what I'm like. But yeah, we'll see how we get on. Okay. It's not taking too long to this field. I think we're going to have to fill it with some seed. Our fertilizer looks okay though. Get away, birds. So yeah, I haven't really spoke about Japan. Just lift that. So yeah, mainly with work, but it was during the Rugby World Cup. Please don't ask how I managed to do that, but yeah. So during the Rugby World Cup, I worked for a sort of a Japanese company, and the head office is in Japan. And I mentioned about having a sales meeting, in Japan during the World Cup. Everybody was laughing, and they invited me over for some training and for sales meeting. And little did I know that they purchased tickets for the England-France rugby game in Japan. So I was absolutely over the moon. It was an amazing experience. Japan is a beautiful, beautiful country, and yeah, I was made very welcome. But on the Saturday when England was supposed to play France in the World Cup, there was a little thing called a typhoon, and so the game was cancelled. I don't know if you guys remember, but the game was cancelled. So I was, obviously I was a little bit upset. But you know, the opportunity to go to Japan and the hospitality and the people I was there with, you know, it was fine. You know, the main reason for me going was work. But yeah, and well, we had to have a little play in the typhoon. I've never been in a typhoon, and I didn't realise that a typhoon is basically a hurricane. Well, it's exactly the same thing. It's just that they're called typhoons over in Japan. So essentially, it was a hurricane, and it was a pretty nasty one. According to the sort of news reports that was there, it was the worst. It was the worst typhoon they had in 60 years. So the Japanese were really worried about this typhoon, which made us kind of worry. Probably the scariest thing, well, one of the scariest things was your mobile phone just started going absolutely mental with all this Japanese writing on the screen, and it was to warn you that there was a massive typhoon coming. Well, me and my colleague was from the UK, Pete. Yeah, we were there. We were just sitting there, just during doing some training, and all of a sudden, all the phones in the whole building just started going. Like all these sirens are going off, and oh my god, it really scared us. So we're thinking, oh gosh, yeah, this typhoon must be quite serious. And yeah, so we travelled down on the Saturday. That was on the Friday that happened. So then on the Friday night, we travelled to a place called Yokohama, where we were going to go watch the England-France game at the National Stadium, International Stadium, Yokohama Stadium. And yes, we got there Saturday about 12 o'clock, and it was a nice day. But then we were told to stay in the hotel and do not leave the hotel. So about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we were basically just sat inside our hotel rooms, waiting for this typhoon to hit. And all the news reports were showing that this typhoon was going to hit literally right above us. It was going to, we're in the big red dot of the typhoon. So it was a bit rainy, it was a bit miserable, but it certainly wasn't what I would say hurricane weather at that time. I think it was going to hit, say, 8 o'clock at night, Japan time, and it was about 4 or 5 o'clock. So it was a bit, bit blowy, bit blustery, and so there was nothing to do. So I was just led on the bed watching this Japanese TV, trying to work out what everyone was saying. I don't speak Japanese myself, and all of a sudden there was an earthquake. I don't think I've ever been so scared in my life. I've never been in an earthquake. The UK has got zero. Well, I think there's a few little tremors, but nothing like that. I think it was about 6 on the, which is nothing. Japanese style. That's that's just a little. That's just a little wobble. But when I felt the whole, this is a big hotel. When I felt the whole hotel just wobble, that was a bit of a worry. So I texted my mate Pete and I said, "Oh, did you feel that?" Oh, there we go. That's done. And he said yes. So I said, "Come on, let's meet up," because he was in a different room. I said, "Come on, let's meet up for a beer," as you do, typical Brit. So yeah, we went downstairs. We had a beer, and the typhoon was pretty, it was going pretty well then. It was really blowy outside, and I've never been in a typhoon. So I said to Pete, I said, "Come on, let's go. Let's go outside and let's experience this typhoon and see what it's like." Now, mind you, the hotel would not let us out, but what we've done is we got the lift downstairs to the car park, which is at the bottom level, and then we got outside of a door out the car park. A bit naughty, we're not following protocol here, but I really wanted to be in a typhoon. so yeah, we left the hotel underneath, and it was the weirdest feeling. Okay, I've never been in rain where the rain is like 30 odd degrees. It was so hot. So, oh, that one. There's no more seed in there. So what was happening is you feel the rain on your skin, but you can't feel it because it's the same temperature as I know, it's so weird. But also the wind was so powerful. where we were, we were basically in a built-up area. You know, we was quite protected, and so we were quite lucky that it wasn't that bad. It was still bad, but it wasn't as bad as it would be if you was in an open field, you know, a farm or something. Like here, you know, it would be really, really dangerous. But at the end of the road, it was really open. You know, so we went out in it, and we was like, gosh, yeah, this is bad, this is bad. But I wanted more. You know, I wanted to feel the real, you know, the real typhoon. I didn't want this pretend stuff, you know. I'm in Japan, I want to feel it. So, we, well, let's sort out, let's sort out Zachary on the other field. I think he's finished that field now. Yep, just check here to make sure there's no weed. Yep, there's a little bit there, but I'm not too bothered. Yep, number 8's done. So we'll just set him up. So yeah, we said that we wanted, you know, the proper, the proper feeling, and yeah, so we went to the end of the street, where it was all open. My mate Pete, yeah, I'm a pretty big guy. Am I going to fit through there? No, and I don't know how to fold it up either. I don't know how to fold this up. Sorry. I need to find out how to fold that up. Okay, I'll sort that out between the next episode. We'll get this done. I'll continue my story. Yeah, so I'm a pretty big guy. Pete, he's a bit smaller than me, and anyway, so we went around this corner, and I have never felt anything like it. The rain was hitting me like small little bullets. You know, where the wind was so. It must have been a good 70, 80, 90 mile an hour, quite easily. It was really powerful, and the more I sort of went out past this wall into the open, I actually felt it. This is no word of a lie. I actually felt it lifting me up, pushing me back. You know, I felt scared. I thought, gosh, yeah, this is really going to launch me to the other side of the road. So there was, you know, please understand that Yokohama City, which is a massive, massive concrete jungle city in Japan, was dead. There was nobody. There was no police. There was nobody. Everything was shut. It was yeah, there was just nobody there. So if we would have got in trouble, you know, I don't think the ambulance or I don't think there anybody would have. You know, so looking back, it was a pretty daft thing to do, but it was an amazing experience. You know, so yeah, I was a little bit gutted for not, you know, not watching England France play rugby in the World Cup, but yeah, playing in a typhoon was just magical. I don't recommend it. You know, please don't think about doing that yourselves. It's not big and it's not clever, but yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. And the good news is, my boss was a little bit upset that we missed the game. He went out and purchased tickets for the Scotland Japan game. So we managed to watch the Scotland v Japan in Yokohama World Cup game. So I was over the moon, and it was probably a better game to watch, really, because England and France both went through. So it was a bit of a nothing game, but still would have been good to see England play in the World Cup. But yeah, so that was kind of one of my experiences at Japan. Yeah, it's a bit not very responsible, I know. But do you guys think of you know? Did you think of any less of me? But yeah. Okay, this video's probably gone on a little bit too long. So what I'll do is I'll cut it here, and we'll come back in the next episode. So yeah, we'll finish up with the seeding. I'll try and figure out how to how to fold that attachment, because yeah, I don't know what I've done wrong there. And then we get Zachary or Ewan. Maybe Ewan's you know, is back with us. We're getting weeding the other field, and yeah, I'll see you next time. So thank you so much. My name is Stockoglaws. This is Farming Sim 2019. Please remember, if you do like this episode, then please smash that like button, and I will see you all next time. Ciao for now.